Now, in this, we'll discuss about the properties as well as the identification test of alkaloids. Like in a previous lecture, we have discussed what are alkaloids and how we can classify the alkaloids. So now in this lecture, we'll discuss about the properties of alkaloids as well as the identification test. How like we can identify the given sample we have is basically alkaloid. So first is the properties of alkaloid. Like we have two type of properties, like physical properties as well as the chemical property. Physical property of alkaloids are that they are colorless, crystalline solids. They have a sharp melting point. They are soluble in organic, non-polar, immiscible solvent. So these are the properties of the alkaloid की कलरलेस होते हैं, क्रिस्टल लाइक सॉलिड्स नेचर के होते हैं, शार्प मेल्टिंग पॉइंट होता है, लाइक एक पर्टिकुलर में टेम्परेचर पे ही मेल्ट होते हैं, ना उससे ऊपर मेल्ट होते हैं ना उसके नीचे मेल्ट होते हैं. और ये ऑर्गेनिक सॉल्वेंट्स में तो मिसिबल सॉल्यूबल होते हैं बट इमिसिबल होते हैं इनऑर्गेनिक सॉल्वेंट्स में. नेक्स्ट इज़ द केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़. केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ क्या हैं कि दीज आर बेसिक इन नेचर, एज वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कि एल्कलॉइड्स आर बेसिकली बेसिक नेचर के होते हैं. दे एग्जिस्ट ईदर इन फ्री स्टेट एज अमाइन और एज अ सॉल्ट विद एसिड और एल्कलॉइड एंड ऑक्साइड. या तो वो फ्री स्टेट्स में भी अवेलेबल होते हैं ये लोग, या क्या आता है किसी की फॉर्म में सॉल्ट के फॉर्म में भी अवेलेबल हो सकते हैं. सो दीज आर द केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ ऑफ एल्कलॉइड्स. Next are the identification tests. Like we have four types of identification tests by which we can identify. Like if you are giving, if I give you a sample, will you able to identify कि the sample I have given to you is alkaloid? How can you identify? We have to apply some tests to identify that given sample which we have given is alkaloid. For that we have four basically tests. First is one is the Mayer's test. Mayer test. In Mayer test, what we does, we have a Mayer reagent which is already made reagent available in the labs in the markets. So what we did is we take a sample in our test tube and put small amount of sample in a test tube. In this add few drops of Mayer's reagent. While adding a Mayer's reagent, if cream color precipitates are obtained, then that indicates the given sample is alkaloidal sample. The cream color precipitate indicates the presence of alkaloid. So what is Mayer's reagent? Basically, Mayer's reagent is a mixture of potassium mercuric iodide solution. It is also available in the market in the form of Mayer reagent, and you can also prepare it in your lab using these three reagents, three chemicals, like potassium mercuric iodide. If you have in the lab, you can also prepare yourself Mayer's reagent, or it is also already prepared marketed preparations are also available. Same is for next is the Dragon-Droff test. Dragon-Droff reagent is again a potassium bismuth iodide solution. It is also, you can also prepare it in the lab, and it is marketed preparation is also available. So in this again what we did is small amount of sample is taken in a test tube in which few drops of Dragon-Droff reagent, which is a potassium bismuth iodide solution, is added. If upon addition reddish brown precipitates obtained, then that indicates the presence of alkaloids. Key alkaloids are present if the reddish brown color precipitates are obtained. Similarly, next test is the Wagner test. Wagner test is again it's a reagent which is a mixture of iodine potassium iodine solution. Again you have taken a small amount of sample in the test tube and add few drops of Wagner's reagent, which is a iodine potassium iodine solution. If upon addition reddish brown precipitate obtained, then it indicates the presence of the alkaloids. Got it? The next one is the Hager's test. Again, Hager's reagent. It is a Hager's reagent is a saturated solution of picric acid. It's a saturated solution of picric acid. Now again few sample is taken in a test tube, and in that test tube few drops of Hager test, Hager reagent, which is a saturated solution of picric acid, is added. If upon addition yellow color precipitates are obtained, okay, in the bottom of the test tubes, if the yellow color precipitates obtained, then indicate the given sample is of alkaloidal sample and the alkaloids are present. So by conducting all these four tests, we can conclude the whether the given sample is alkaloid or not.